I will now call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Texas Southmost College District. Trustees present, Mr. J.J. De Leon, Ms. Alejandra Aldrete, Dr. Tony Zavaleta, Ms. Delia Sáenz, Ms. Eva Alejandro is absent, and Mr. Robin Herrera no longer with us. Myself and Dr. Jesus Roberto Rodriguez. I'll call on Dr. Zavaleta for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, of the state under God, indivisible.
Public comment?
Excuse me.
Consideration and possible action on award of RFP 24-03 for property and casualty insurance services. I'll call on Dr. Figueroa, Vice President of Finance and Administration.
Thank you,
Dr.
Madam.
Stella Garcia, as Vice President of Institutional Advancement, Chief of Staff, to present the item. Oh, is she not? Oh, she's here.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the Board, President Rodriguez, before you have the property and casualty insurance services, this was an RFP we issued in November. We had a pre-proposal conference, and submittals were due on January 5th. On January 18th, there was an update that was provided to the board based on the results and the possibility of needing this specific special meeting. The scope, it's all perils. It's everything except the wind and the hail storm part of the insurance. So it covers all of our property, our vehicles, general liability, professional and legal liability, auto, everything, all inclusive. We only received one proposal, and that's from TSC Risk Management Fund. There was nobody else responded to this specific RFP. The price that was submitted was $673,181. That is an increase from last year. Last year we paid $495,000, so that makes it $178,000 more than the prior year.
What's the increase?
$178,000, sir.
175?
78.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
And it covers everything except for wind and hail, correct?
that is correct.
Is that, in your estimation, is that a reasonable increase? Did you check that around with other companies?
We put out an RFP, and we did not get any other company that wants to insure our buildings. So it's hard to say then. We checked because we tried with the formal solicitation, and there was no response.
All right, thank you.
Dr. Figueroa, so the deductibles for all of these individual, I know they're all different, right?
Yes. There is a $100,000 deductible with TSC.
And so that applies for all of them individually? Yes? Okay, perfect, thank you.
I make a motion to approve?
I second.
I have a motion by Ms. Aldrete, second by Ms. Delia Sáenz. Do we need to read the
I can.
Go ahead and read.
I make a motion to approve RFP 2403 for property and casualty insurance services to TSC Risk Management Fund in the amount of $673,181 and authorize President Rodriguez to execute the purchase order contract as presented.
I have a motion by Ms. Aldrete, second by Ms. Sáenz. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Against? Motion carries. Consideration and possible action on renewal of windstorm and hail insurance. Dr. Figueroa?
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board, President Rodriguez. This is a renewal. The second available renewal out of RFP 2219. This is for the wind and hail, not covered on the one before. Before you, you have our current insurance policy. It had existing values, and this is going to expire at the end of the month, of $301 million, all inclusive. There was an appraisal that the company sent this year to do in order to evaluate it. So our insured values that they're proposing is $304 million. So it went up on the insured value. The reason why it's specifically building roof repairs, as you might recall, just the dealer's roof was $3 million. So that's what constitutes the increase in the value of our buildings. Our current policy has a $25 million coverage, all inclusive. And that premium that we paid last year was $1.1 million. The premium that they quoted us today was $1.016 million, so that's a reduction of $88,441, keeping the exact same terms that we have today. There is a deductible per location of, and if it's a named storm, it's $750,000. All other wind and hail that it's not a named storm is $250,000.
By name storm, you mean hurricane?
Yes, ma'am. If it's something smaller than a hurricane, they don't put a name to it. That's what makes the difference, the strength of the storm.
So I make a motion to approve renewal of windstorm and hail insurance coverage with Hub International Texas, Inc., and authorize President Rodriguez to execute the purchase order contract as presented.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Aldrete, second by Mr. De Leon. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
I move that we adjourn.
Motion by Ms. Sines, second by Mr. De Leon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Stand adjourned.